Hello. How goes? Uh, this, what we got going on today is gonna be one big ol' mess of all kinds of stuff going on. Um, um, I haven't really got exactly what I'm gonna be doing planned. Um, Hi, by the way, I'm Justin. I'm sure everybody that has logged on or whatever is already knows that. But this will be my first live stream where I'm trying to make some music. Now, most of the song is already written, and I've got a lot of recording done on it. There's drum parts, there's sampled parts, there's bass, guitar, and there's like a lead part and everything. There's backup vocals. I kind of think the song is pretty much done. But I thought it would be fun for my first music live stream to not have a lot of pressure to do everything right. Not working on any song structure things, right? It's already done. But I thought it would be fun to add some stuff to it or just play along with it. Just the only time that I feel really comfortable improving and stuff is when it's more noisy stuff. Weird noises. So I'm gonna fiddle around with that kind of stuff today, and we'll do it along with a song that I already have queued up. I did a mix. We can just hear the song if you want. This one's called Q. I did a rough mix, right? It's not finished. This isn't how the song is going to sound in the end. But this is basically what we've got here. So I'm just gonna play that, and we can see what we're working with. I haven't. The only thing that I have maybe planned is maybe there's some overarching ambience that goes through the song, but that's kind of covered already with another track. Or adding some stuff to the solo part, or there's a couple of spots where there's just guitar and drums going on, but not very much. Anyway, let's just kind of hear the track to begin with and see what we're working with. I've already done a lot of TikToks and Reels kind of based on this song. Not that cute, but you can find someone and actually, the vocals are not loud enough. I understand that. I'll fix that later. But the vocals are there and you can hear them. Hardly saw you when you stopped me. I was looking out, acting unafraid. I actually brought this song to the WRST today and played through it a couple of times. And it's wildly different what those guys are doing with it. It's cool. Not for long, I shake at the sight of you. Yeah, that sort of fade of the background or the bass and drum part was sloppy. Maybe here there could be something. Maybe. I got 15 tracks to work with, plus I've got 63 tracks to work with. I'm using this Korg D1600, which is what I record most of my stuff on. happy with that solo. I think I did a couple of reels with that.
Oh, now I'm gone and you moved along. No longer sick to my stomach. How do you keep your head? I'd like to leave. How do you raise?
Not a super long song. Let me see.
Up late to pass the
Like
time.
2-3 minutes right
Get
now.
around. Will the experts yield?
I'm super happy with this song. I was a little like iffy about like what songs would actually be appropriate for the worst, right? And here's background vocals. Love those. So there it is. Ended up at 3:30 something. Woo! All right, it's a little warm in here today. This is just kind of chaos. So here, this is D1600. This was not my first recording gear, but my first big investment in recording. I started off with a 4-track tape recorder. That's long, probably. I think it's in somebody's arts installation in their house, and it's a little beat up. Sometimes the buttons don't work, but it still works. It reliably does the thing. The thing I love about recording onto a piece of hardware like this is that when you're in the computer, recording into a computer, you have to worry about latency. And latency just means that there's a difference in time, right? When you send audio into the computer, there's a little bit of a delay before you hear it back. So that time difference always screws me up, and I can never reliably get that to a short enough amount of time that it doesn't mess me up when I'm recording. And it's just unendingly frustrating for me to deal with. So this doesn't have any latency in the recording or the playback or anything. It always has just worked. There's an 8 input mixer in there. It gets cut in half when you do the higher quality, but I'm going with the lower quality. Everything's in mono right now because that's just how it is. That's the setup I've got going on today. I had to use one of the inputs on the interface for a microphone separately for the stream. Anyway, the first things that I've set up here, I haven't used a lot of this stuff in a while. The sound generator is a Gakin analog synthesizer. I believe that when I got it, it was marketed as being like German or something. It's like a desktop, like you put it on your desk at work or something and just have a little fun thing to play with in your downtime. One thing that I love about this is that there's not it doesn't do the 12-tone scale, the 12-note scale. It's a continuous. Okay, here's the. That's holy glitch. Okay, let's turn down the. I don't even remember what a lot of this stuff does. Okay, let's just turn this down a little bit. Turn that like. Anyway, you can do. No, that's it. I don't know why it's doing that. Right, okay, I get it now. The attack and decay are the pitch envelope. Which I don't understand. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got a filter. Sounds pretty cool. And you can just use this thing as a filter too. So if I had audio going into this, I could just use the filter. But that's not what I have set up right now. I don't know what some of this stuff is. What is this? Well, that's what that is. And then I've got this, which is a okay, it's a Digitech. It's from the XP line, in which the Whammy 2 and the space station were both a part of the XP line. I think the space station was like the XP 2000 or something like that. It's 1000, 2000, 3000, and 4000. There was the Whammy 2, the space station. There's a reverb unit and a modulation unit or something. That might be what it was called, some sort of modulation unit. And I think I have it. So this I got from eBay a few years ago, and it's the housing of the reverb one, but somebody has modded it so it has all 4 of the chips from all 4 of the things from that line. So I've got it on the reverb one now, which I love Digitech reverbs. I think they sound great. Oh, I don't have it on. Let's turn it on. Listen to that. That's just beautiful. Oh my god. I just move it. Like if you just hold it in one spot, it does its thing, right? If you move it. Oh my god, that's cool. Okay. You know what? Just for giggles, let's. I thought about getting out, and I still might. I have a sampler that I can use to capture some of this stuff and just push a button to get it. But for now. Oh my god, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Settle down. I haven't set up marks or anything for this. So I still have to like so I can just like move to different locations. That would be cool to do. I thought about that as we were playing back at the beginning of the stream here, but I did not do it. So whatever. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna oh. Okay. Okay. I've got all kinds of ideas going on right now, but I think we're gonna just stick to the plan. And for some reason, I've got channels that are acting together. So let me. Oh, why? Oh, because I've got the record function set up to bounce. So let's go input and just do that. And there. Okay. That one's playing and this one is recording. I'm just gonna play through the song. Excuse me. I'm gonna record this. I'll just go through the whole song. And I might, move the pitch around and get that right. But I'm just gonna record every take right for tonight. And yeah, here we go. This won't record my mic, by the way. Oh, right. Okay, I already screwed it up by not recording that. So, right. Go back to the beginning and try it again. So if I do this through the whole song, I can just use the fader to bring it in when I want it in there, right? As we're playing back.
Dark been shooting down the flower broken down. Hardly saw you when you stopped me. I was looking out, acting unafraid.
Sorry if this is maybe a little boring, but could definitely come up here.
Not for long, I shake at the sight of you. Scratching surfaces.
I think that resonant frequency, that frequency is working well with the harmonics, with the key of the song. Now, I think everybody should be hearing the same thing I'm hearing. It would make sense. It wouldn't make sense for you to be hearing something different. But if I am getting it wrong, let me know. Got a few like choice pieces of gear out here, but I've got a ton of distortions and stuff like that. There's a ring modulator in my cabinet. Bit crusher. Oh, bit crusher would be cool on this. I could reamp all this stuff though too, so I'm just like painting with sound, trying to make sure that that stylus keeps moving. Probably can't see it, maybe a little bit, but trying to keep centered on that sort of resonant. I'm not sure if that's a function of like what's going on with the filter, or if that's a part of the reverb, because some of the, I haven't even changed anything on this. This is the last thing I was using on this pedal. Last time I used it, I must have been using this reverb, and I do like the resonant reverbs quite a bit on here. It could be the reverb itself. Give myself a little bit of space here. Oh, this is so good. I love this sound. Oh my god. Okay, let's chill. Okay. Great. I've got a layer done. And I might go ahead and right away start with the like, I can take the signal out of the recorder and run it through some other effects, and although it's gonna make me leave the room for a second, I think that I'm feeling inspired to do that, so I'm not gonna stop myself from doing that right now, and I'll be back in just a second with some effects that might be really cool with this. Hold on. Okay, so my first instinct was to use a fuzz, and this is my favorite fuzz to use when I'm not sure what I want to use. This Great Destroyer. But my favorite thing about it is how glitchy it is, and how broken it sounds. I'm not feeling that on this. I'm feeling more of a. I think I'm feeling the Bit Crusher, and we'll see how that works. I think our harmonic content and stuff is really nice. I did get the ring modulator, but that doesn't feel right for this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is turn some of this stuff off, and I'm gonna set up something so that I can reamp this sound to make it sound like something a little bit different. So I knew I was gonna end up like wrapping cables and setting up and tearing down a few things here. But one thing I didn't really count on was that I would want to reamp something. So this might take a minute. I remember this being really cheap. I don't remember how cheap it was. I'm thinking it was like $50 or something. It's a Gakin. Is that an S or a 5? SX 150 Mark II. Really cool. I have another synthy thing that I might bust out a little bit later, and I'm gonna keep this adapter with this. So I'm gonna use it and put this over here, and let us do something like this and like this, and then we go like, oh, I don't know, maybe this. Let's see. The aux out. Okay. I gotta remember how to set that up. How do you set? Here's aux. Right on a button. The aux send. We're just gonna send track 2, which is where what I just recorded is sitting. And I've got my power supply. Now this, I spent weeks, if not longer, looking at different Bit Crusher devices, and the thing about them was that they could range from very cheap to very expensive. And they all had like different functions. Like they would change the bit rate. There was a function on some of them to change these, to set up LFOs or whatever, to change the sample rate, to change the bit rate, do stuff like that, or add other effects alongside it. And I just wanted the Bit Crusher function, the very basic resampling, where you just have a bit depth and a sampled rate that you can manipulate. That's all I wanted. So I know I spent less than $50 on this Moore pedal, and I knew that they were sort of a not awesome company as far as, like, they're cheap. They make cheap pedals and they can work and everything, but I've had problems with this not working in the past. Sometimes I hit it. Sometimes I hit it to make it work. And I'm fine with that because this is cheap. I may get another one. If I can just keep this one, that's fine, because it's not something I use when I'm playing out or anything like that. If I can just keep this one like barely functioning, I'm good with that. So let's see what happens when I push play. not on. Okay. Let's turn this off. No, it's not doing anything. And I'm not sure. Oh, yes it is. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it sounds like it's distorting, but I don't think it is. Oh, we are kind of coming loud into the recorder a little bit. Why am I on post? I want to be on pre. Okay. It's honestly not, but it's making the orange light go on there. So, awesome. Okay, I am hearing the original plus the bit crushed version, and that's just something that we're gonna have to deal with, I think. Unless we can. Okay. I like that. That's cool. Let's go along with the music. And I can mix that in a little bit. But I'm gonna record it at full volume like that. Just so this stream doesn't get completely weirdo, I'm gonna just leave the music up because the music is not going through there. Okay, so let me hit record here and record here. All right, layer 2. To this weird synthy thing that I can take out whenever I want. I think what I'd like by the end of this stream is just to be able to use the faders like an instrument and kind of take things in and out at different parts. Add in different textures. Just have something to play with. I don't really want to turn those down. Not for long, I shake at the sight of you. Turn the music up. Turn the main down a little bit. Scratching surfaces, rubbing elbows. Add a limiter at the end. Even things out. I'm not afraid, I'm just dancing all the time. You know, there's a limiter on the mix on track 1 already, but I just don't wanna hit the. You know what? I don't think I need that right now. I don't think there should be any glitches in the audio, in the recorded audio here, I'm hoping. Because I think the aux gets sent before the final effect. And you know what? If it does, listen to what we're recording. It'll be fine. If there's a click or something, it stops momentarily on the weird glitchy one. We're gonna deal, and it'll be fine.
How do you keep your head? I'd like to leave.
I'm not sure what to do for the next one.
Or play to pass the time. Five moves get around.
I could.
Will the experts
Yeah.
yield?
I got this Metaverse. I got a couple of Metaverse pedals out right now. The one that I had pictured in the original stream thumbnail is Octo Step. It's got 8 different monophonic synths, I guess. They're set up on continuous knobs as well, so you can tune it to specific pitches if you want, but it's not set up stepped in like the 12 note scale. So, but it walks through those 8 separate pitches over and over and over. Oh, I thought I'd let that go for a lot longer. Okay, that's the end of that. And let's do that. Cool. Into it. This one of the really nice things about this unit is it's got a DI right in the front. I know a lot of things are made with DIs and stuff, but I almost grabbed a DI for this stream. But I'm like, dude, an extra box and another XLR. Jeepers. Why don't you just use a stinking cable, bud? Okay. What's next? Maybe we'll do the octo step. Okay. And along with the octo step, I think I'm gonna use this again, because this is rad. This has so many different functions on it. I'm just never gonna get tired of it. It's like, I'll break this thing out sometimes and just be like, what are you doing over here, bud? What's up? And just start doing stuff. And the way that this manipulates sound is unbelievable. I think people are catching on these days. Like, people are making boxes that will do things that this thing does. But, you know, it's decades later. This is like a late 90s thing, I think. Anyway, I think that's the space station. That's what this knob is changing the, okay. Let's turn these down a bit. And then let's turn this on. Now it's been a while since I've used this. What are we doing? Bypass. We're not making any noise. And is there a mix? There's rate. There's that. Oh, I've got this turned down. That'll be helpful to have up. Why don't I have any sound? I wondered out loud. Okay. What's going on here? What are we doing? What are we on here? Let's see. Why would this? Oh, it could be. No, it's not that. Oh, or is it? Now, what is your big deal, bud? Let's see. Let's go back to the aux and turn all the sends off again, just to be sure that's not the problem. It wouldn't make sense for that to be the problem. I've got all the inputs set up to be channel 8. Why is this happening to me? Okay, let's try. Turn this down and just check. Yep, the cable is hot. So let's try just going directly into this. See, we've got signal coming in, and I'm not sure that we do. Oh, right, this pedal is incredibly quiet under certain circumstances. Okay, got it. Okay, just gotta turn things up, I think. I hope. So let's try it. Okay, now turn this up and turn this up, right? And I remember some of these patches don't really work. Oh yeah, I can turn it up here too. I don't really want anything really maxed out. When you turn the knob all the way up on the input here on this mixer, it jumps, and the level just jumps really high all of a sudden. It's only at the very top of the treble, so I'm fine with where it's at now. Okay. So I don't think this is what I want. Let's try this one. Yeah, this is the whammy. I think the space station must be the last one then. No, this is the reverb. Space station was this one. I think. I don't know. Kind of wanted to try and get to there's a reverse delay. I think this is the space station. Yeah, this has to be the space station. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's the reverb we had for the other one. Okay, I'm gonna go to some of the first settings. Oh wow, okay. That's that's really cool. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what happened to forget? Alright, now I can tune the first one. Oh, shut up, that's cool. Okay, let's turn that up. Yeah, alright, this might just turn into a. Okay. So let's actually turn the first bit down. Turn this no off for a second. And I'm gonna leave these guys up. And I'm just gonna do something. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's just go with the big crushed one. Yes. Thanks, Blake. Good to see you. I'm just gonna let this play out for a minute here. This is even. This doesn't really work with the song. But I did that first set of sounds based on this, so I think building from that is fine enough for me. Let's turn the rate down a little bit. Yeah. And I'm gonna move it just a little bit. Oh, this thing is touchy. I lost it. There it is. Alright. good with that event happening somewhere around 2 minutes. Yeah, it kind of does. There's a little bit of static going on here. I'm just gonna switch it up a little bit. I did 3.5 minutes recording along with the songs. The song is 3.5 minutes. See if I can drop it a little bit more, cause okay, that okay, coming down a little bit. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You can see the light flashing on the input here. It was like bah, 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 bah. I like that. Okay. There we are. Okay. That'll do that. Okay. Now, this has turned into something that I didn't intend it to, but that's okay. I was hoping that I would get some sort of weird inspiration to do something just weird. This is along the lines of the stuff that I have done at some noise shows, which I have just an endless amount of fun doing. They don't seem to happen as much around here anymore, but kind of miss them. And I hope to see them again. Anyway, now, okay. Maybe we just listen to that and see if there's any sort of inspiration here. I do think I got something here. Even slower. Yeah, okay. So I shouldn't need that power supply, or that, wait, I do need this one. Alright, so this is another Metaverse thing. I love how weird Metaverse can get, and this certainly is a weird one. It's more of a straight, like, pedal that you would get. Does a lot of really cool kind of normal functions. But this is okay. I love that, and I'm glad it's there, and I'm happy to add to it. So, the Metaverse pedal, this is the inflection point. It does tremolo and vibrato, and there's all kinds of different waveforms that you can use. And there's also a reverb on here that's really cool. Tap tempo, all of that. Locally grown. Now this is something that I got at, I forget the name of the place. There's a music shop down the street from, I think it's just called The Plus now. It used to be called Pizza Plus in Eau Claire. And I I picked this up and I asked somebody what it was, and they were like, "Ah, it's just a thing somebody brought in and they sell them." I was like, "Who is it?" I was like, "Just some guy." And it's it's a synthesizer. None of the knobs or the um jacks are labeled, and it's just like you can buy these containers at Office Max or Office Depot. So I am guessing that the left one is the output. I think the other one is some other sort of control, like you can use an expression pedal or something with it. And I believe this is the way you look at it. I put a fresh battery in it today, and let's see. We're on track 5 now. And turn this down a little bit. We've got nothing. What if I do this? Yes, that's doing something. What do I know? Got nothing. Okay. Is it volume or any of these a volume knob? I don't know. I don't. Let's just start by turning these all the way up, turning this way down, and trying this one again. Okay. The light is on inside it, so it must be working. It must be doing something. I'm just not hearing it right now. Okay. This is like a little puzzle box. I think there's a filter, there's a coarse tuning and a fine tuning knob in here, and there's some sort of LFO or something. Well, okay. Also, I did test this battery before the stream started, and oh, there it is. Okay, so where's my volume? Oh. Let's do a little twisty on the knobs here. Twisty knobby. Try to clean some of this up. And these are like regular pots. They're not, it's not on like some printed circuit board or something. This is all hand wired. There's just a rat's nest of wires in here. Okay, we got something going on anyway. So, let's see. What are you doing? Anything? Oh. I was pretty sure, even though I hadn't tested this, that it was gonna work, because it's worked every other time I picked it up. Okay, I have a spare battery, so I'm gonna try that. Another thing about this possibly not working is I did leave a battery in here for years, and got a little corroded, so that could be the culprit too. I tested the battery and I was like, 7.5 volts coming out of a 9 volt, probably fine. It's probably fine. Maybe it's not. Let me go get a battery and I'll be right back. Okay, loose battery time. Let's see what I got for these. I keep them around because I've used them in stuff, and then I just stick them in a drawer because I don't use batteries all the time. So I'm gonna just see how they're doing. Oh, that one's dead. Yeah, 2 volts. Trash. What do we got here? 7.8? I don't know. Let's try it. Okay. I think I do have one new battery somewhere, but it's in a guitar case, and that guitar case is very large. So if that's the case, then we'll just not use this. which is sad, but oh, you know, it'll be fine. Okay, so turn this back on. Okay, got heard a flutter, but yeah, this knob is especially disgusting. So, alright. It might not just be the battery, and the battery that I've chosen might not be ideal either. Oh, that's sad. Okay, well, I can use that other synth to make low sounds too. Let me just... Yep, that is still working, so let me get the other synth. Okay. I think you can make some pretty low sounds with this, I think. Maybe not as low as that, but we'll just turn it on. This is what a lot of the creative process is for me, is just trying to see if things work and then just trying things. Although I don't do a lot of this sort of thing where I'm just like, let's make a multi-track of just madness. But look at me. Look at me now. Okay. Let's see what the low... Oh, it's not very low. But... I do have that whammy. Okay. Let's... Oh, yeah. Let's hook the whammy in line with this. I have another whammy pedal too that's a lot more straightforward. I think the first one was the whammy pedal. Let's keep this battery, because sometimes dead batteries sound cool in guitar pedals. Okay. Yes, it does sound like the volume knob in your High School Discman. Okay. What up, Dan? Alright, this turned from making like some cool sounds along with some music into just making some cool sounds. So, I've got it back. I'm going to try to get back to like a regular whammy setting here and see what that's going to do. Let me see. Nothing? Oh, that's a volume. No, this isn't the whammy. Okay. Is this the whammy? Might be. No? No, this sounds like something else. What's this then? No, that's reverb. Okay. Okay, so the whammy has some weird features on it too. Oh yeah, it's the whammy wah is what it is. So there's wahs. Oh, that's cool. Not what I'm looking for. Oh, man. Okay, let's just turn on the metaverse pedal. Yes. Okay, also not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's turn that off. Okay. Let's see if I can turn the filter down. This up. There's some bass. Okay. a sine wave sort of pattern. Alright, now let's hear what's going on. Oh boy, okay, turn these down. Oh, whammy, yes. It's so whammy for sure. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this. Okay. Alright. So, switch over to record and get back to the beginning. Yeah. Just to the right of the screw there is a good point. Now we're in for 3.5 minutes of just that. The idea is to get to a point where I've got a bunch of sounds on a palette and can bring them in and out. This LED looks like it's like on the verge of clipping, but if you look at the meter, which I don't think you can see, it's like hitting -5 maybe on the meter here, but the preamp looks distressed. I don't even know if you'd call that a preamp. It's just a converter. Oh, that's sinister. Alright, let's just bring in the original song just to see how poorly it matches. Oh yeah. Nah, we're on to something new here. I might in the future, I don't think I would get to it on this stream because I don't have my computer hooked set up right now for it, but I might try to like split that into some samples and mess with those, because I've got some really cool plugins that would totally screw with that original recording and make it into something that I could just sprinkle in. Go try and handle it. Oh, okay. This is where we get a little silly. It's a little silly here. Did you get a little silly, guy? Did you jump out of your cage? Jumping around like a silly boy. Okay, well. Time to get you under control. Thanks, Dan. It does sound really... I'm really happy with this. I know this is just a bass tone. It's just sliding in kind of underneath everything else. But... yeah, this needs to get itself under control. Get yourself together, bud. I'm fine with it. Maybe during this part I can bring that up and then turn this part down, this bassy part down a little bit. We're just painting a little tree. A little happy tree. I do prefer getting my hands on stuff. If I'm going to be screwing around and just experimenting, I'm definitely turning knobs and stuff. Actually, in most cases, there's some really cool plugins, like I was saying, on my computer, but I haven't used them very much. Well, I could set up some knobs on a MIDI channel or something like that to manipulate stuff, but there's something about just having it out and accessible. It makes it harder to like sample and chop stuff up, but I've got a sampler. it just takes up so much space that I don't have it out right now. I have a little separate table for it. Okay, let's. Yeah, fine. Good. Good. And we've taken this 3-minute and 30-second song and turned it into a 4-minute ambient noise piece. Alright, I gotta catch up here. Oh, yeah. If I'm just looking at like stock plugins in certain digital audio workstations or DAWs or whatever you want to say, I am looking at just like a white interface with a slider and a label on it, and like you're not doing that stuff in real time. You might set it up on an envelope or something like that. But yeah, I do like a good UI if I'm using stuff in the box like that. And honestly, lately I've been trying to do as much as I can with the equipment that I have before I get it to the point where I'm like at a mixing stage. Then I'll use all the plugins and stuff. Things do need to be a bit more static, and there's just more like routing options. Like I don't have a proper like EQ with a high pass filter on it, and a high pass filter is super useful. This machine doesn't have a high pass filter. It's got some like parametric EQ functions, but none of those have high pass filters. I have an old little mixing board that I got, which was one of my first pieces of recording gear, that has like a crappy high pass filter, which I have been using a little bit. But that mixer can get like finicky and it can get noisy and stuff. So if I'm mixing, I'm gonna be in the computer mostly. But I'm trying to get most of my sounds from real things. So now I feel like this piece needs a little bit more movement to it. So let me think. I'm thinking about a synth pedal that I have. It is what is it? It's a Pigtronics pedal, and it hears your guitar signal and turns it into an analog synth. There's only like one or two sounds that I really like on it, but I'm feeling like we might be at a point where it's time to add something cool, and for that, it might be cool to lean on the original track. So let me take a second to get that pedal, and that needs a whole. I'll just clean up here. I'm not going to be using this stuff for a minute. And maybe I'll try some notey stuff. I'll need a guitar, which I'm looking at a big pile of guitars, so that's not a problem. I'm going to go get that pedal real quick. I'll be back in less than a minute. Okay. Mothership. For how expensive this pedal was, I use it so alarmingly infrequently. It's not funny. I should have probably gotten rid of it a long time ago, but I have a tendency to hang on to things that I think are cool, even though they might not be super useful. So, this one needs an 18 volt power supply, which is this one. And we'll go here with her. And on this one, I might just set up the ring modulator, because I don't necessarily want to make a melody, but I would like to move things from pitch to pitch or from place to place, right? So let's oh, that was a mess. Get this out of the way for a second. And okay, that's there, and this is here, and then we go here, and then we go, whoops, I'm gonna need this one again, and this one I think I will not fuss with reverb or anything like that for now. I might start messing with reverb and stuff a little bit later on this one, but for now I'm just gonna get cool kind of direct tones. Okay, so we've got the square wave turned up, we've got the VCO, oh I don't know, where's the friggin' indicator there? There it is. Okay. And we're gonna use this PV guitar because it's right here. It's rough, rugged, and raw. I've got cooler guitars. Actually, no, I don't. This guitar is cool as hell. This guitar is straight up legit. I love it. Okay, I brought some extra cables out here. What I do with them? Here they are. Okay. I'm really glad I did this today. I was super nervous when before I was getting going. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do at all. But here we are. I'm not gonna bother tuning this because I'm probably just gonna use one string. And I'll do like one note at a time. Okay, where were we last? We were on track 5. So let's go to track 6. Just turn it on and be a legend. We want it on the neck pickup, and I want that pickup to be turned to the bass. Okay. No, I hear you. I hear that you're having problems. Good. Okay. So let's do, I kind of like that. That's a little too low. Let's do a little glide. I'm not a big fan of the glide. Not a big fan of it. This is total output. Good to know. And we've got some dynamics. Let's turn the dynamics down. Oh, that's the tune. Okay, dynamics are up. We decided. Oh, there we go. That's cool. BBs get the people going. I concur. I've had people that I love and respect straight up tell me, Peevees are garbage. I can't believe you're playing a peevee. But yeah, this is a monophonic synthesizer, not a polyphonic. That's cool though. Okay. So those are the bass notes in the original song. If this thing is in tune, and who could possibly say? Let's turn on the track and see what we come up with. Let's turn the mix back up on this. You know what? I don't need that. Forgot, I'm gonna have to hit the notes. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm just gonna go with that. Okay. Oh, I gotta hit the record over here. Alright. Yep. We're golden. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I think that will need the messed up fuzz. So that's what we're going for next, and we're gonna set up not that, but that. The aux is coming from 6, so we turn that all the way up, and then we will send that to some fuzzes, or maybe just one. Who knows? Whew! I do not have air conditioning. Holy crap! It's already 8:30. Incredible. Okay, put this guitar away real quick, and there we go. Yeah, I had a PV. So Deathless Dog says, I still want to buy a PV Bennett 112 for nostalgia's sake. It was Jimmy's first amp, and I sometimes hear stuff in my head that is distinctly that tone. I had a PV, it was a Studio 112. It was a Valvetronics amp, I think, or I don't remember. I was never happy with the sound of that amp, and I do not regret getting rid of it. I do, however, have a really old crate amp, and it kind of sounds like doo-doo, for real. If you tried to get a good guitar tone out of it, you would just fail. But when you start doing weird stuff like what I'm doing here into that amp, or sending a bass with a distortion through it, it sounds so unbelievably good, and you can't really match it with like the nice tube amps and stuff like that. The old PV stuff has its own sound, like the whole sound of like, oh, what is that band? They're a duo. I know that one of the members is Sebastian Granger. They're Canadian. Death from Above, previously Death from Above 1979. They use gigantic PV amps, and their sound is so good. At the same time, it's so filthy and bad. And I think the Bandit 112 is small enough you could just use it as an end table or something if you're not using it. Oof. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Guitar. I'll be back for you another time. That is seriously one of my favorite guitars. I will say that about all my guitars, I think. If whatever one I'm looking at is probably my favorite. So let's get these boys cleaned up. Turn off the channel and see what I can get going for some gnarly, gross distortion. I don't care that I'm on stream right now and I'm winding up a cable. That's just part of it. I do not like to leave my cables sitting around in a state where they could get damaged or something. This is my nerd thing. I'm always gonna wrap it up. I'm always gonna wrap it up when you're done. Okay. So we're gonna send from the aux to this old boy. I don't know why I didn't use that cable, but that time has passed. Let's put this away because this will fit into a 9-volt pedal, but I do not want it going into a 9-volt pedal, for it is 18 volts and it will bring ruin upon those devices. Okay. Now we're going to hear, due to the way that this works, we're going to hear the original as well as the distorted sound, but it's just what you got to live with sometimes. Okay. This is the 9-volt power supply. Good. Alright. Dwarfcraft. Dwarfcraft makes incredible, or made, I'm sad that they're out of business. I bought a couple of pedals from them. I think this is the only one that still works. The other one that I bought from Dwarfcraft was a Great Destroyer kit, and I put it together with speaker wire. It's my first my first attempt at building a pedal, and but the kit was cheap. This was like a return or something, so this was also pretty cheap. But we will hear what this great destroyer is capable of. It is capable of great and terrible things. Okay. So let's solo this for now. Again, we're going to hear the original sound that I just recorded along with this. Alright, so the safe setting according to Dwarfcraft is all knobs up except for volume, of course. So let's just play back. What am I hearing? Anything? What am I hearing? Okay, let's just that. Go back to my meters. Okay, why am I not hearing the fuzz? I should be hearing the fuzz. Okay, go back to aux. And yes, 6 is going out. Let me make sure. And I'm plugged into the aux output. Okay, well, let's try this again. Let's just keep trying things. Okay. Actually, no. Signal is not passing through. So, oh, yeah. It's probably a bad cable, I think. There. Oh. This is slightly out of phase as well because of how this, like this, the pedal isn't even on. It's just out of phase just because that's how the aux works. It does have that latency. That was pre-fader aux, but whatever. We're just hearing a mix. Well, that's pretty gnarly. Knobs aren't doing a whole lot right now, but okay, all right. I got my setting. Let's just run it back and capture that. You know what? I'm just gonna mess with the knobs while it's going. I should have been recording that time. I knew that it was gonna be a good idea to record everything all the time. restart it. Oh yeah. Beautiful melody. Okay. Oh my god, this pedal is so cool. Let's just fuss with it. You know what? No. I like this sound. And it's gonna sound different if I take the original out. Just because of all the weird phase cancellation that's going on right now. That's another thing about mixing in here, is that you can't blend the compressed and dry signal on this because it does this phase thing, because there is that little bit of latency there on the return signal. You don't notice if you have it 100% wet, right? But you start mixing it, immediately starts comb filtering. Which, this is a fine sound, but it doesn't sound as good as the original. It might be cool to switch between them or pick one. Not sure which yet. What do we got? 8:36. This fuzz is my favorite. I've tried using it with the WRST, and the thing about fuzzes is they just don't get loud enough. So when you turn on the fuzz, it turns my signal down. And that's not what I need from a fuzz. What I need from a fuzz is to be like my solo sound. I need it to be my boost. But in order for that to work, I would need to set up, instead of just setting the fuzz up in series with the other pedals, I would need a parallel signal and a clean channel and a preamp, another like preamp and stuff, and we're just knowing on that. Just no. Just nope. One of the coolest things about this is that it's got this starve function, and that is turning down the voltage to the circuit, and it makes the whole thing act funny. All right, so that was cool, and let's just kind of let's listen to it without the original signal. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing. Oh. You know what? It didn't even do anything. You hear that? You hear how it sounds exactly the same? Oh, that sound that I just spent 20 minutes working on, it's so precious to me that I loved it. It wasn't actually anything. Okay. What? I mean, there's a little timbre on there. Okay, let's do this. A-B in it. That didn't do anything. Alright. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. You know what? I made my decision based on how cool the out of phase thing sounded. Why don't I just bring in some out of phase? You can float that in. How are you? You silly boy. Okay. Now. There's zero percussive element to this. To be honest, I'm not sure. Not sure what I would do. It wasn't built around percussion. I could do something. Alright, but I would need, let's see. Okay. What if? Okay. Making a plan here. Now, what if? I've got a little piezo pickup that I can just tap on. And what if I send it into some crazy delay or something? Could do that. I could do that. That might be cool. Okay. One moment while I go find the pickup. I know exactly what drawer it's in, but I'll have to dig for a second and I'll be right back. Ooh, and I've got an analog delay. Cool. Okay. We'll use this pickup, which I will be tapping on into this delay, and then actually I've got a pedal in this bag behind me that does a reverse reverb. So let's just do all that, and that'll be like sort of the last step of this probably. And whoops, I'm gonna need a daisy chain for that. Here we go. Cool. This is turning out pretty cool. I may make the leap into like actually working on a song that I need to work on at some point. On a stream, I think that would be kind of cool. The stuff that I'm working on right now is in like final stages or really early stages, so I would be not super tight about doing that. Like if I had a plan for like I need to record these guitars, these drums, these whatevers. But I might be in the mixing stages for another, so I might just do a mixing stream too. Okay, let's get headphones back on. No, you can't hear that because I don't have it turned up. Alright, so we are on to track 9, which means that we've done 8 separate tracks. Okay, this is pretty quiet, but that's okay. Let's turn. Uh-oh. Are we not? Oh. Yeah. That's. It's not gonna be rhythmic. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, let's get this bread. Ooh. Okay. Um, that looks good. How loud is it compared to? Let's turn this up. Oh, that's wicked. It's actually wicked. I might go to hell for this. Yes. Okay. Let's go. I don't know what I did there. Biting it. You didn't see me biting it. Still got tails. Alright, that's it. Okay. Cool. Ended up at almost 4.5. It was 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, we can turn that off. That is insane. That turned out so cool. It does. It sounds like a demon breathing in your ear. All right. Well, I sort of plan on doing like 2 hour streams. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Seems like a good target. Long enough that you can totally get lost in it, but not long enough that you can just get super bored by it. I follow some streamers that will do like 3-4 hour streams a lot. And maybe, maybe if I'm working on a project, a longer stream like that would make sense. But for now, I think, since my stated goal to myself was, let's do 2 hours. And if you're not feeling 2 hours, maybe by the time the 1 hour mark hits, you can just be like, thanks for watching. But, okay, let's go through. I'm going to just clean up some of these wires a little bit and get them out of the way for no good reason, because I'm just going to be right here. Oh, drinking water because I am so thirsty all the time. And I'm sweating it out. Okay. You know what? Set dressing. That's what that is. Let me get situated in front of the mixer here. And I don't think I'm going to be doing anything crazy with the mixing at this point. I think maybe I should... Oh, you know what? I might just throw a reverb on the end. Maybe? I don't know. Let's... Oh god, all the effect sends are turned down. Okay. This is nightmare scenario. Now I gotta twiddle all these virtual knobs. I gotta twiddle all these, is you're saying? Oh my god. Okay. Let's see what we've got in... These are mostly reverbs. And I am going to turn the limiter back on just because I like the studio limiter. I don't even know why. Let's go back to the master effects and bright room. Early reflections. Let's do that. Let's just see what that likes. Let's go back to the beginning and let's... What is on 8? Do I have anything on 8? Nope, I skipped 8. Okay, so I've got 7 tracks here. Let's... pair 6 and 7. Oh, I can't pair 6 and 7. But I can... swap 6 and 8. So let's swap hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? Yeah. 6 and 8. Good. So now we can pair the 7 and 8, which were the moving pitches on the synth, the guitar synth. So now I can control that with one fader. Okay, so I like these to be separate levels. I like the way those are mixed together. So anyway, let's just get back into this. How about this? Let's just build sort of the way that I built the track to begin with. Let's make sure that the reverb on reverb, I dig it. Okay. This can come in here. That's cool. I do like that reverb on it. And there's the sub. Nothing on 6 anymore. Turn that silly boy down. This as being the feature. That one. I don't need any of that. It's a little bass heavy, but it's cool, and I'm happy with that. I think 4 minutes is a bit much for that, but you know, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back through here. I've got levels set up, and I'm gonna just do the mix down now. I'm gonna set the record to bounce, and we're just gonna record to 15 and 16, and let's start all faders down except for the first ones. Okay, let's go. And this is the feature, so I'm actually going to bring it up a little bit too. And let's bring in the low. There's a lot going on in the low end. Let's cut it out of 7 and 9. Which is that to the no. Let's cut it significantly out of these. Let's cut it out of 9. You're just too silly. Gotta turn you. It's cool that you're there. Stop being silly yet? No, you don't stop getting silly until later. Still a little silly. You know, we can blend a little bit out of it. Back out. Push the low up a little bit. What are we doing? Okay. Alright, silly boys stopped. By this time the original song is done. Alright, cool. Oh, you got a little left in ya? Yeah. Yep. Leave the tails. That's enough tails. Alright. That'll do. Now, you know what I might do is take this out to SoundCloud or something like that. That might be going on my SoundCloud. I don't know that anybody would want to listen to it, but it might just be there anyway, just as an artifact separate from this video, so you don't have to watch a 2-hour video to get that. So look for that. Yeah, possibly tonight. I'll try it tonight. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this stream, I think. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks to everybody who watches in the future. Thanks to Dan and Blake for chiming in on the chat. That was super rad. And I'm gonna figure out which button I gotta hit to turn off this stream. Slowly. Alright, end screen.